Welcome back to Snowrunner. In this episode we are going to take on the Essentials contract. This has us delivering 2 bricks, 2 wooden planks and 2 fuel to the farm in Smithville Dam. 2 of the cargoes we can get in Black River, while the fuel we'll have to get from Smithville Dam. You can use a semi-trailer for this contract as it has 6 slots, but I'm going to use the Fleetstar and a trailer for this run. So I'm going to collect the bricks from the warehouse, then move on to the lumber mill to collect the planks. We then need to pick up the fuel from the fuel station in Smithville Dam. So, on to the warehouse. But first, we reached rank 7 in the last episode. This means we can upgrade the tyres on our scout truck. I want to upgrade the off-road tyres to mud tyres to give us some better traction. We're going to need these in Smithville Dam. There are several different sizes, but bigger is generally better, as it gives us better ground clearance. As always, remember to sell your old ones. Now let's get on with the contract. I'm going to grab the Fleetstar out of here. It's night time, so let's add some light. That's better. As we've cut through the mountains before, I'm going to try and go round the right hand side this time. So let's plan out a route. I've been avoiding coming this way because it is very muddy, but I feel the Fleetstar can handle it now. And off we trek. Don't forget the beacons. It's great to have the sound recordings back on the videos. Not only does it make my life a bit easier, but it sounds a whole lot better. As you probably don't want to labour through the whole trip, I'll hit overdrive and see you at the warehouse. We'll get the bricks loaded. Now that's done, we'll make our way back to the garage to collect a trailer so we can load it up with the planks from the lumber mill. I don't often show the interiors of the trucks off as much as I should do, so here's a little look inside the interior of my Fleetstar. I think they look fantastic, and I want to show you more of the interiors. I especially like the physics added to the accessories that you can add to your interiors. It also changes the experience of driving, as you can't see as much from the interior of the cab. It's still fun to do, and it makes you feel like you're driving a big old truck. I'll hit overdrive again, and we'll come back when we're at the lumber mill. And we're at the lumber mill. And yes, you did see me take a wrong turning there. That's what happens when you don't plan out a route. So we'll collect the planks from here and then make our way to Smithville Dam. If you've been following the series, you know your way there by now. So I'll cut away here and we'll come back when we've gone through the tunnel to Smithville Dam. We've arrived in Smithville Dam. We're going to make our way up the road to the garage and then head on to the farm from there. Remembering back to the beginning of Black River when we first started out on our adventure, the map was completely blacked out and we couldn't see everywhere we needed to get to. Smithville Dam's going to be the same, which means there's going to be surprises when we try to do tasks or contracts. We've got one of those surprises coming up now. As we approach the garage, you might notice in the distance there, just as we turn in, there's a little wrinkle in our plan in getting this cargo to the farm. I'm going to detach the trailer and go and have a look. As we get closer, it looks like there's a new task, and also it looks like the road's blocked. So there's no way we're going to be able to get to the farm, which is over here. Which means we're going to have to complete this task first before we can progress on with the essentials. So we'll pick up this task now so we can complete it and then continue on with the essentials. This task is called Rock On, and we need to bring 2 service spare parts from the service hub to the block in the road. Now, as the Fleetstar is full and we've got a full trailer as well, we're going to need to use another truck for this one. So I'm going to drop the Fleetstar with the trailer and then jump into the garage, equip ourselves with another truck and then head towards the service hub. I'm going to use the map to do this, so we'll dive into that, and to get into the garage we'll select it from the left menu. I'm going to pick the Kodiak for this one, as it's all tarmac roads, so it's well within the capability of this vehicle. We've been to the service hub before in a previous episode, but to get there we just need to come out of the garage, do a left and head towards the end of the road. I thought I'd just show off the interior of the Kodiak. It's done to the same great high standards as the Fleetstar. And of course, I've also decked it out with the same accessories. The Kodiak is so bouncy. I'm enjoying driving it though, so it's here that I decide that I'm going to use it for the Essentials contract and pick up the fuel with it to take it to the farm. But first we need these service spare parts, so let's focus on that. When you grab cargoes from this location, just make sure you're grabbing the right one. You'll see there's service spare parts and there's vehicle spare parts. It is quite easy to mix these two up if you're not careful, but it's service spare parts that I need, so let's get them on the truck and head towards the rock slide so we can clear the blockage. And that's task complete. Rock on is probably one of the easiest tasks on this map, because the rest of them are a little bit tougher than this. I'm going to reselect the Essentials contract from the map so I can start tracking it again. This is the fuel station where we need to collect the fuel from. And this is the route, so I can follow it. As I'm in the Kodiak already, I'm going to use this one to collect the fuel. And that's definitely going to cause me a headache a little bit later. As you've seen the route on the map, you can pretty much work out for yourself where we need to go. And I'll come back when we're on our way to the farm. So we're now past the troublesome roadblock, but this also raises another issue. As we're new to this map, we don't know where we're going, as the map is only revealed as we do some travelling. I can see the farm marker in the distance where we need to drop this cargo. A quick check of the map shows we need to do a left here. I'll put a marker down just so I know I'm heading in the general direction. The Kodiak already seems to be struggling, even on this type of terrain, which doesn't bode well. It looks like we've got it under control again. No, there she goes again. I know I need to turn right to get to the farm, but I really don't like the size of those puddles. As I've mentioned before, the Kodiak is great as long as you don't push it too far, as it only has a diff lock and no all-wheel drive. But I'm loaded up, so I don't really want to go back and try a different vehicle. So I'll pile in and see what happens. That means it's overdrive time. So I've managed to get myself really stuck. So it's going to be Fleetstar to the rescue. I'll hit the overdrive button again and come back when we've completed the rescue. That's the Kodiak rescued and moved out of the way. Now we're going to see the difference all-wheel drive and bigger wheels make on mud. I do tend to take the trucks this way before I get the off-road tyres. I'm always a little worried about diving into water that deep and that muddy. And that's the difference. The Fleetstar just pulls over the same area that the Kodiak got stuck. When I first drove the Kodiak, I did say that it probably wouldn't be that good on mud. But once we've got off-road tyres on the Kodiak, it should perform a lot better in these conditions. Sorry about your fence, Mr. Farmer. I definitely want to advance to rank 8. The Fleetstar's doing well, but it could be a lot better. Rank 8 and off-road tyres will really help, especially on the map Smithville Dam. In the next episode, I'm going to look into getting to rank 8 so I can get those tyres. I'll pick up this task while I'm here. The drop-off point is getting slowly closer, though we still have the Kodiak to consider. I'm thinking, why can't I drop off the wooden planks? And you guys probably know the answer to that one. Yeah, I got it. I haven't got the trailer in the drop-off zone. That's better. I'm going to head back and winch the Kodiak to this area. It saves having to unload and reload stuff. I'll cut here and come back when I've collected the Kodiak. So I've used the Fleetstar to winch the Kodiak to the drop-off point. All I need to do now is switch vehicles so I can unload the Kodiak, and then it will be contract complete. That wraps up this episode. Next I'm going to be focusing on trying to reach rank 8 so I can get the off-road tyres for my vehicles. I've got one more run to Black River as part of a future contract. So in the next episode, we'll tackle that and then start to open up the Smithville Dam map. Thank you very much for watching. Take care and bye for now.